We are counting down to kickoff across the region as Browns and the Steelers take the field for the regular season starting this Sunday. Our 21 News at 5 Sports source, YSN Live's DJ Yokley, is back with us with his season predictions, which players to watch for this NFL season. DJ, are you ready for some football?
Oh, could not be more ready, Linz. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. I know you're a Steelers fan, so let's start with the Browns. Cleveland finished last year 3-14. So what kind of season are they expecting this year? What's your prediction?
As the experts are saying, it's a 4.5 win season right now. So I mean, it's the tale of two cities, obviously, with Cleveland and Pittsburgh. But the interesting thing about Cleveland is they're almost, I don't want to say looking forward to injuries, but their season next year depends on what they can develop this year. So you've got Joe Flacco, who's back in town. The last time he was here, people wanted to resurrect a statue of Joe Flacco for what he did to the Brown season, leading them to the playoffs. Now he's back. Now, will he be the same Joe Flacco? He's in his 40s now, which aren't we all? So what's going to happen? And you know, everybody wants to see what Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders have to offer. So how long is the leash going to be for Joe Flacco? We're going to find out.
Yeah, and moving on to the Steelers, they drafted Jack Sawyer and Will Howard from the Buckeyes. Are any of those college players expected to maybe make an impact this season for Pittsburgh?
You know, that's an interesting question. Will Howard got injured in camp, injured his right hand, his throwing hand. Jack Sawyer has, as I understand it, been an impact player in training camp. So, you know, I think when the time is right, if there's injuries that happen on the Steelers side of things, the Steelers are going to have a lot of guys that can step up, including the Buckeyes, who won a national championship last year.
And the Steelers were 10-7 last season. Do you see them doing a little better, maybe the same? I mean, what's your temperature in the room?
You know, the Vegas odds have them at 10.5 games. So you can take 10, you can take 11. A lot of this is going to come down to health. They've got a lot of new faces in Pittsburgh, but they didn't necessarily get younger. You know, your quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, is 41 years old. You bring in defensive backs that are in their maybe just past their prime, but still able to make big plays and splash plays, as Mike Tomlin likes to say. I'm really interested to see kind of how the Steelers put it together. And I'd like to think that they're a 17-win team this year, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, and when you say the aging quarterbacks, do you think either team is in maybe a better position to make the playoffs?
I think the Steelers are in a better position to make the playoffs and hopefully get a win in the playoffs, which hasn't happened for a while. I think the Browns are just holding serve for another quarterback next year. I mean, that's what everybody's talking about, is potentially adding another quarterback in the first round. They've got a couple of draft picks now in 2026. So, you know, I don't know that this is going to be a great year to be a Browns fan looking for wins, but it could be a good year to look for hope for the future.
Both teams have those high-profile defensive players, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. Do either of the players have a chance to maybe win Defensive Player of the Year? Do you think we're going to see some standouts?
Yeah, of course. I think every time you have a TJ Watt or a Myles Garrett, there's an opportunity to be a Defensive Player of the Year type caliber year for each of them. But you have to understand that there's, 30 other teams that are starting to develop some really good players too. You got Micah Parsons that has been traded to Green Bay. He's expected to be an immediate impact to that defense, and all of their stuff changed from the odds of going to the Super Bowl and winning a Super Bowl in Green Bay because of that trade with Dallas. And you've got players and playmakers all over the place that have potential. Even in Cincinnati, they signed Hendrickson for a cheap deal for them, but he was the sack leader last year. There is a lot of opportunity this year, obviously for TJ and for Myles, but they're going to have to get the job done, and wins always help get recognition in a time like this.
Oh, yeah. Both teams, their fans, were just hoping for a W on Sunday. Really appreciate you joining us, DJ. Great talking football. We'll have to check in as the season goes on just to see how they're doing.
Let's play some football. Let's go.